Hi everyone, and welcome. My name is Janine, and thank you so much for joining me here today. This is a short and sweet full body practice, just a little loving time to check in with yourself and to simply move and breathe. No props are necessary, but grab whatever you need to better support you, and I'll meet you seated on your mat. Alright, once you are comfortably seated, we'll begin today's practice with just a few mindful rounds of breath. So maybe closing the eyes down here and just beginning to check in with yourself. And maybe asking yourself the question, how does my heart feel today? Maybe you'd like to bring your hand over your heart center and perhaps leaving the other one on your knee, or maybe bringing it somewhere else on your body, like your stomach. So just taking a few rounds of breath here on your own to really tune in and to ask yourself how you really truly are today. And letting this come from your heart space, allowing your heart to be what leads you through your practice today, putting the mental chatter and the stories aside, and letting yourself truly feel whatever you need to feel today. And maybe your heart is greeting you with a certain color today. Whatever feeling tone you're experiencing here, just breathing into it. Feeling your hand rise as your chest expands on your inhale, and how it deflates back down on your exhale. Taking one more full round of breath, letting this one be the deepest you have taken all day, and letting your exhale sigh out your mouth. Blinking your eyes open and bringing your hands onto your knees. We'll just begin our movement with some gentle circles, moving your torso forward, around, and back, taking your time here. Maybe using your hands as a bit of leverage to help pull you forward and push you away. Just beginning to wake up the spine here. And you can move in the other direction whenever you're ready. Again, allowing for your heart to be what leads you through your movements today. Completing one final circle and bringing yourself back to center. From here, we'll get into a few seated cat and cows. So again, using your hands to really pull yourself forward, opening up your chest, your throat, maybe gaze looks up. And exhaling as you push yourself away, really rounding your spine and tucking your chin in towards your chest. So moving like this on your own, following your breath. And once you've completed your last inhale, on your exhale, just coming back to center. From here, go ahead and reach your right hand all the way up to the sky, tilting over so you feel a nice side body stretch. Taking a breath, and then bringing your hand back down onto your knee as you stretch your left, up and overhead, getting into a nice side body stretch on the other side. Releasing the side and stretching your right hand again back up to the sky. This time as if you're climbing something, you're pulling yourself up. You're going to reach as far as you can, then closing your fist tight and slowly bringing it back down as you switch sides. So moving like this a few times, really reaching up as high as you can to really create that length in your side body. Feeling as though you have tension built up in your closed fists as you pull them back down. Taking one more on each side, and then coming back to center, placing your hands on your knees. And from here, we'll just roll forward, setting ourselves up in a tabletop pose on our hands and knees, and carrying on with a few traditional cat and cows. Inhaling as you drop your belly, gaze looks up. Exhaling as you round your spine, pushing the ground away from you. Moving at your own rhythm a couple times. Feel free to color out of the lines and do whatever feels good to you. Wherever you are, we'll find ourselves back with a neutral spine. From here, tucking your toes and really pushing into your hands as you lift your knees to hover off the ground just a couple inches. Engaging in your core here, taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, push your hips up towards the sky. We'll come into our first downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk it out. Feel free to bend deeply into one knee at a time. Your head is heavy here, falling in between your biceps. Finding stillness in your center now. Then your gaze looks up in between your hands as you slowly begin to walk yourself 1 foot at a time up towards your hands, coming into your first forward fold, keeping your knees as bent as you would like to here. Maybe grabbing on to opposite elbows, checking in with your breath here, making sure that you're not leaving it behind. Next time you exhale, releasing those elbows if you're holding them, and slowly just begin to bounce your way all the way up to standing. Being sure that your neck and your head are last to come up. Once you're there, inhaling your shoulders up towards your ears, letting them roll back behind you. Big exhale. And inhale, float your arms all the way to the sky, fingertips touch. Exhale as you slowly bring your hands down to your heart. Twice more, follow your breath. Inhale as you stretch up. Exhale as you bring it down. Inhale up. And this time as you exhale, we're going to slowly dive ourselves forward, maybe bringing your hands at your third eye until you've poured yourself back into your forward fold. Taking an inhale as you bring yourself into a halfway lift. Maybe your hands find your shins. Exhale as you plant your hands in front of you and go ahead and step yourself back into your downward dog. Taking an inhale as you begin to roll yourself forward into a plank. Exhale as you drop your knees down onto the mat, hugging your elbows in towards your ribs as you slowly begin to lower yourself down onto the earth. Taking an inhale as you find your baby cobra, opening up the chest using your back muscles here. Exhaling to release, forehead to the mat. Now bringing your hands a little wider than they were, tenting into your fingertips and pushing yourself back up into your cobra. And swaying your spine as you come back down, doing that a couple times. This time, as you lift up, we'll just gaze over our right side, coming into a little twist. Using your exhale to come back to center. And inhaling as you push yourself up, gazing over your left shoulder now. And exhaling to bring it back to center. Sliding your hands back where they started, tucking your toes, and pushing yourself all the way up, back into your downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. And on your next inhale, go ahead and lift your right leg all the way up towards the sky, bending at your knee and opening up your hip here. Gaze looks forward as you begin to shift and hug that right knee in towards the chest and then stepping it forward in between your hands, dropping your back knee to the mat, setting yourself up in your low lunge. Just finding your foundation here, opening your chest, letting your hips drop down. When you're ready, you can inhale your hands up towards the sky, coming into your full Anjaneyasana. We'll bring our left hand down to the ground beside us as we reach that right arm overhead, finding that side body stretch now in your low lunge. Taking a breath here, stretching it out, and inhaling as you come back to center, bringing your right hand now down beside you as you stretch your left overhead, feeling the difference here. Taking your next inhale as you bring both hands back up, and exhale as you frame your foot, lifting up that back knee, pressing firmly into your left hand as you reach and stretch your right hand to the sky, coming into a twist. Taking a full round of breath here, really opening up the chest, squeezing your shoulder blades, and release. We're going to take a little hop up with our left foot, finding our foot on an angle, lengthening that right leg, and folding forward. We're coming into our pyramid pose. Now, just like our cobra earlier, we'll do a little sway of the spine as you inhale, lifting yourself up, and exhaling as you fold back forward. Doing so at your own accord, following your breath for a few rounds. And the next time you lift up, we're going to bend that back knee so we can kick it forward to meet our right, folding down into our fold. Maybe grabbing onto those opposite elbows again and swaying side to side in a little ragdoll fold. Or maybe you'd like to clasp opposite hands behind you and stretching those fists up towards the sky as you come into a nice shoulder opener here. If your hands are clasped behind you, just releasing them now. Inhaling as you come into a halfway lift, hands find the shins, and exhaling as you plant your hands and step it back into your downward facing dog. Let's take a little vinyasa from here. Inhale as you roll forward into your plank, and exhale as you lower yourself down onto the earth. Inhaling as you come into your cobra, opening the chest, and exhaling as you push it back into your down dog. Doing that sequence now on the other side, so taking an inhale as you lift your left leg to the sky, bend your knee and open up your hip. Exhaling here, feeling the stretch. And as you inhale, looking forward, you're going to take that knee, bringing it all the way up towards your chest, and then stepping it in between your hands as you lower your back knee to the earth, setting yourself back up in your low lunge on your second side, opening up your chest here, maybe your fingertips graze the earth, or if you're ready, you can lift them all the way up towards the sky. Breathing here, gaze looks straight out. And from here, we're going to open up into a twist, bringing your left hand back behind you, following it with your gaze, and twisting yourself open. Inhaling as you stretch it back up to center, and exhaling as you twist over to your other side. Again, your gaze follows that back hand. Taking a breath. And on your next inhale, lifting both hands back to the sky. Exhaling to frame your foot, tucking your back toe, lifting up your knee, placing firmly into your right hand as you stretch your left up towards the sky, coming into that extended twist. Squeezing your shoulder blades, open up your chest. One more big breath here. And exhale as you release. We're going to hop that right foot up just a little bit, turning your foot on an angle, lengthening your front leg and folding forward into your pyramid. A little cue here as well is think about squaring off your hips. So actively pull your right hip forward and your left hip back slightly. And from here, just swaying into the spine just like we did before. So inhaling as you lift up and exhaling as you fold forward. Just a few rounds here. Next time you lift up, we're going to bend in that back knee so we can step it forward, coming back into your fold. From here, we'll just take both of our fists, bringing them back behind us, and then just beginning to knock on your lower back, just giving it a little bit of tapping here. And just continuing down your legs now, maybe just using the palms of your hand, moving up and down the front and the backs of your legs, just little taps here. And next time you end up on your shins, let's inhale into a halfway lift. And taking an exhale to fold back forward. From here, just letting your torso be heavy as you slowly roll yourself back up to standing, maybe a little bounce, some buoyancy in the knees. Once you're there, shining your palms forward in a mountain pose. And we'll inhale as we stretch our arms to the sky. Exhale as we bring them down to our heart. Doing that a few more times. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale down to the heart center. Inhale up. And exhale, bringing it down to your heart. Okay, from here, we're going to slowly begin to descend ourselves down onto the mat. So just bending deeply into your knees. So you come down into a little squat. So you're up on your toes. Just holding here for a moment. Just checking in with your balance. And we'll bring ourselves down. Bring your hands behind you so you can lower yourself onto the mat. Just bending your knees here, feet flat to the earth. Then we'll drop our knees over to one side, inhaling to center and dropping them over to the other side on your exhale. Doing that a few times, just moving your legs in this windshield wiper motion, helping to release any tightness in the hips. And coming back to center, flipping your fingers so they are facing towards you. And then go ahead and push equally into your hands and your feet as you lift yourself up into a reverse tabletop or altar pose. Really pushing the pelvis up. Keeping your head lifted, or you can let your head fall back depending how your neck feels. Taking one more breath. And go ahead and exhale as you release, bringing your hips back down onto the earth. We'll cross our feet in front of us, coming into a cross-legged seat. And just go ahead and crawl your hands forward, dropping your head down into a fold. Just slowing things down here as we are nearing the end of our practice today. Checking back in with your breath, where you're at, how you might be feeling now after all the movement you just did. Just taking a couple more rounds of breath here. Pushing into your hands as you slowly begin to lift yourself up, walking your hands up towards you as you grow your spine tall. And from here, just inhaling as you shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, letting them roll back behind you on your exhale. Doing that one more time. Inhale, roll them up. Exhale, releasing them down. And I'll invite you here to bring your hand over your heart center, just as we did when we started our practice today. And breathing into that heart space, just showering it with a little bit of extra gratitude for yourself for taking this time for you and tending to your beautiful body. Either keeping your hand here or bringing it to Anjali Mudra at your heart center. Maybe bringing it up between your eyebrows at that third eye center, and then pouring forward in thanks and in gratitude. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I really hope this felt good in your body, And I'm sending you so much love from my heart to yours. I'll see you next time.